Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Healing Conversations. My name is Einav Avni, and I use the emotion code, body code, and belief code to help people suffering from chronic pain, chronic illness, or unexplained medical conditions to heal or to reduce their symptoms. These podcasts support my belief that we can heal ourselves naturally, and I bring experts or people that have suffered and healed themselves naturally to come here and share their story and what they do. Today, with me in the studio, Fabienne Louis. Fabienne, so lovely to have you here. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here. Thank you, Enough.
Wonderful. Let's get started. Tell us something about you.
Yes, like you say, my name is Fabienne Louis. I'm an intuitive healer, and I help my clients to overcome, their disease or physical symptoms, but also help them in every area of their life because it's all interconnected. And our body, for me, is just a messenger, between our soul and our mind, and it's just telling us, you need to release this to feel better. So for me, it was a long journey, and I became, this person helping other people because I went through a very challenging time in my life with a severe burnout and mystery illnesses, inflammations. My body was breaking down, and I was very scared because no professional could help me to find a diagnosis or treatment, and I was very devastated. I didn't have any energy, couldn't have a job, couldn't help too much my family, my kids, and my husband, and it got very scary because I could see that symptoms were showing up more and more. And until one night, I remember that I said, okay, is it going to end like this? That's not the life I was dreaming of. And I did have this very insight very clearly this time saying, yeah, if you don't change anything, it's the way, this is an option for you. But if you don't want this, you have to change the way you see your life, your perspective, what you believe of. And I was like, it's my last resort. I'm going just to follow this inner guidance and we'll see. And it's what I did. I really commit to listen to my inner guidance and not going out, we always go out to ask, what should I do, what should be, and just being inside and receiving. And I was guided to do some practice, and I found some self-healing practice and like Qigong. I was practicing Qigong, and I didn't know anything about energy work or Qigong before, but I saw my body in few weeks going back to balance, to, their normal self. And I was like, that's amazing, how you change your perspective on life and everything, go back to where it's supposed to be. And I was so excited that I wanted to learn all those modalities. And I discovered also that I was very highly sensitive to the energy of other people. And I didn't know I have this gift. And that's why it was so hard for me to find my place in this life. Because for me, when I meet someone, it's like their soul is talking to me, their mind is talking to me, and their body as well. And I can see that people are stuck in their fears, emotions, and they think that that's their reality. There's nothing they can do to change that. But it's the opposite. It's your body showing up exactly what you need to release to get to the next step where you want to be. So it's very important to always have your vision of your dream, where you want to go. It's like, if you take your car and you don't put the GPS to go to a new address, your GPS is going to say recalculating, and you take the long road. And if you have a vision in your GPS, you put the address, it's the same. It's like, this is where I want to go, this is the fast track, and we are just going to release all of these roadblocks, on the way to there. So it's a practice. It doesn't, happen quickly like that. It depends, if we have decades of limiting thought and belief and emotion stuck, but just doing the work, committed to it, going back always to our inner guidance, and it's our soul guiding us. Exactly what we need to do in this life, to thrive in every aspect of our life. So that's the best way to do it. It worked for me, and it's how I teach other people to do the same.
Mm. I love what you're saying. I so agree with what you're saying. That we that's really my belief that whatever it is that we're suffering from, it's really not a life sentence. It really is a message, and we really meant to just pause and examine what it is that we are doing out of alignment. That when we get back into this alignment, we can thrive, like you're saying. And I really like what you're saying. what you said about making that decision that this is not what you came here for, and this is not the life that you wanted for yourself. And then you say, I was able to quieten myself enough, or my mind enough, to actually be able to receive this guidance. How does it work for other people? I mean, I know so many people that find that they say, I really, really want to heal. I definitely don't want to be. I don't want to be ill. I want to heal. Oh God, English. and yet it's not happening for them. They really find it very difficult. What would you say to someone like that? Where would you get them to get started?
Yes, it's always a vibration, a frequency. So it's like I say, it's a radio. You cannot listen to two radios at the same time. So this is kind of like two voices in your head. There is one, it's the fear voice, it's heavy, it's dense, it's limiting you to playing this small, part of your life. When you listen to your soul, to this love frequency, it's you expand. You have this vision of life. It's your dream. Since you are born, you have big dream for this life. You want to do something, but it's when you start to giving up on those dreams that you restrict. And we are energy, so it's imagine our body being, constricted, restricted, because I cannot do that because I think that I'm too old, or something bad will happen if I, go to this next level. Or we are in our programming, and it's always which radio I'm listening to. Is it the fear? Is it the love? And it's very two different vibration. You can feeling something dense, heavy, or something very light, and it's subtle. It's your dream, it's your visions, and it's how you, if you spend more times, listening to your soul, to your inner guidance, you are going to develop this vision, these abilities to go and follow this inner guidance. But it's like a sport, you need to practice. It's a muscles, we need to grow, because we have been for decades, programmed to believe something different about ourselves, that we need to change. We are not going to be accepted the way we are, or we are not loved, we are not safe if we do certain things or say certain things. And it's not us, it's belief from our childhood, 0 to 7 years old. We are a sponge, and we just see what our parents are doing, our teacher and people around us, how they process life. But it's through their lens, they have different glasses on, and they fear to be sick, they fear about money, they fear about, what's going on in their life. And you think, you came as a baby and everything is beautiful, you have plenty of energy and dreams, and you see your parents, getting worried about certain things. You say, oh, maybe I don't see everything like they see it, and maybe I should be worried like them. And slowly, become you, because you have this inner program, downloads of, this is the new you need to protect yourself, there's danger everywhere. But it's really going back, to this channel of energy, this radio you want to listen to always. When you feel stuck, you feel you have low energy, you feel, in pain or something going on, it's always, this is not me. And I go back to the love, and imagine that I think it's every 3 days, we renew every cell in our body. So you are a different person every minute of your life. But our minds make us believe that we cannot change something from the past. But imagine, every cell is changing. So why regrow this program or this disease or pain? We can have a choice every minute, to say, no, I'm someone new. This is the past, this is not me. I live in the present, and this is what I want in my life. So always focus on your dreams, your vision, where you want to go. And, I know it's a practice, but let go. The past is not me. I'm changing every day. I believe in it. I just remember who I am, going back to your dream from your childhood to what you want to do in life, and say, yeah, it's possible. If you think it's not possible, it's not you, it's your fear. So don't let your fears drive the car, always put it on the passenger seat. You are the driver, your consciousness, be conscious every time. Yeah.
I really like what you're saying. I know that I say very similar things, but I like that you are focusing on the frequency, and actually reminding people that, it really is, if you made that choice that you no longer want to, experience or feel the way that you do, this choice has to be at the front of your mind all the time. Because if you allow yourself to go down to, like you say, going into low energy, then basically very quickly it goes back to the patterns and the beliefs and the fears that you had before. But actually, if you remember that you made that promise to yourself that you're going to change, you will find ways of raising your energy and like you say, focusing on the dreams and the love. But what are some ways that you are helping your clients to remain in the raised energy?
Yeah, so that's a lot of self-healing practices like Qigong, and breath work, be in the moment, be present. The more you do, the more you catch yourself, going out of the zone and coming back. I do activation too, so it's what I call activation. It's just asking your higher self, this your spirit to help you, because you know exactly, and your body has its own intelligence, to bring universal life force energy, the chi, the prana, back to your cells, and activate, this inner power, unlock this potential in you, because you can become whoever you want to become, but you have to release first, in this activation, we release the old belief, the stagnation of energy. Usually it's just our thoughts, our limiting thought, our unprocessed emotions, our trauma experiences. We have belief system. We are, we are just plugging in every time. So we just unplug, release them, and then we have like more space. It's like feng shui. You clean, you have more space to bring new energy into your body. So you expand. And I remember with Qigong in 1 week, I felt like so much flexible. I'm like, I don't know if this is possible, but when you open energetically yourself to more, expand your vision to who you want to become, it changes your DNA. So at the physical level, you are going to change, what you want to manifest. So, my inflammations, went away in a week. I could see that it was my thinking, am I safe enough? This food is safe enough? Am I doing the right thing? And questioning everything wasn't help me. I put my body in a stress response, and I could see that, my skin was acting, or my digestion, whatever, some symptoms were coming. But when I change the way I see things, and I say, whatever I eat, my body, can digest, I'm happy, I'm healthy, and going back to listening to my inner guidance, the symptoms just, went away. So it's a lovely, self-healing practice, but you can get to a point where you raise your vibration and you know how to keep yourself in this high vibration of your dreams or who you want to be, and letting go, the past and what you don't desire in your life.
Very important point. Um, tell me a little bit about Qigong. I've heard about it so much. Tell me a little bit about what it is and how is it actually helping? What is the benefit of the practices of Qigong?
Yes, sure. So Qigong, it's a very ancient practice from China. It's part of a traditional Chinese medicine. So Qi means the life force energy. Gong means the effort to cultivate your life force energy. Because we are energy, our thoughts are energy. We see our body, but it's almost an illusion. It's just vortex of energy everywhere in our body. And just our ancestor knew how to, feel their body every day, every time, to say, oh, I feel maybe sad or anxious or something. And they could clear just with slow movement, with breath work, with meditation, visualizations. We use tapping, massage, self-massage. So it's a lot of modalities that you can find now in our modern time. But it was 500 years ago, and people were connected to their body, to their mind, and they knew exactly, when they needed to have some insight, what decision to take. They went in nature and, tune in. They didn't go to ask everybody, what should I do in my life, or how should I feel, and can you fix me? No. It was going back inside of them. So it was beautiful to see that they were connected to their body, their mind, and spirit. And this connection, we lost it in our modern society. We don't take the time to tune in, to see how we are feeling. And so Qigong, it's all about bringing back this energy so we don't feel depleted. We have a lot of vitality. We can regenerate any tissue in our body, just bringing visualization, bringing this energy back and making flow through our meridians, dantian, all this reservoir of energy in our body. So we bring back our body physically, mentally, emotionally back to balance. And it's something, that we take care of our physical body, because people think we just have a physical body. So we brush our teeth, we eat, we do everything for feeling good, looking good, and everything. But we also have an emotional body, mental body. But we don't take the time to say, hey, how I feel today, and, because we are bombarded with news, media, and people, about so many information coming up. And our brain cannot, process everything in the second. So it's good at night, to go back and say, do I need to, how do I feel? Do I feel frustrated because I didn't do my to-do list today, or I don't feel good in my body, and just go and, whatever emotion, just imagine maybe breathing exercise, or just using your visualizations exercise, to let it go from you. This is not you. This is just energy. It's just an emotion visiting you. It's not part of your life. So let it go. So this is about Qigong.
Thank you. I think that's very, very helpful, because it really does give that energy of going within. And when you go within, I guess you're also in that moment, you are in the moment, you are in the here now, and you are able to maybe let go of whatever you're going through, any pain, or any discomfort, or any sadness, or any emotions that are visiting, because you're, like you said, you can't listen to two channels at the same time. This is it, right? It's either you're concentrating or focusing on going within, or you're paying attention to the distractions that the pain or discomfort bring you. But I want to ask you. You mentioned going within and having that conversation, or being open to listening to your higher self, higher guidance. How does that look? What does that look like for people that you work with? How are you guiding them to listen, or to find that little voice? As I know that so many people will tell me that they don't know, they can't find it. I guess they have a very high level of resistance. But how do you help them to?
Yes, it's all about, our logical man doesn't want this because this is something new, and it's this fake identity, our fears and everything. It doesn't want us to go to, listening to our inside, because it's not safe. It's going out our comfort zone of what we are doing and repeating every day. So it's really going into stillness. So whatever exercise you do, it can be meditation, breath work, but just connecting with your breath, with inside, and tuning in and scanning your body, and just, asking those questions. And usually, you can ask any questions. If you have pain somewhere, maybe you say, what's going on? Why do I feel that? What are my belief, my thoughts or emotions? And usually, you get insight. So when it's using your intuition, you get it's very quick, fast. You get a little, informations, and just after you have your mind who really want to control everything, your subconscious is going to say, no, that's not that, or you cannot do that, or But it's just the first seconds where you get, what should I eat today? What should I do that my body needs to heal or feel better? And it's, maybe you see a color, maybe you feel like you're a certain food you need to eat. And it's just, this like muscle, this exercise of listening, getting informations, and doing it. And at the beginning for me it was hard, because I did have this since I'm born, these two voices in my head kind of, and I was always, no, that's not possible, I cannot do that, people are saying no, and I was turning down all this information. But going back, I spend now, my morning, I wake up and it's my routine. It's to, okay, how do I want my day to be today? What is my big goal? What do I want to achieve? And I ask, okay, to get there, what little step I need to do? And I get information, what should I eat? How should I spend my time? What should I do? My priority. So it's all about, it can be a very like a strategy every morning to do at the end. And the more you do, more practice, easier is it. But you have to find the stillness inside to really calm this mind, this racing mind, and all this information coming in. And tuning in, and meditation. I mean, we call meditation, but tuning in silence and just asking question, or just be, in another space, and you get a lot of answers, and after you have to take the actions, because you will be inspired to take this action. So you have to listen and do every time there's an action to take.
That is so interesting. I really like that. I really like it because, like I said, I know so many people that when because in my practice, one of the things that I do, I use the emotion code to help release trapped emotions from the body or from the energy field. And basically what happens is that I find an emotion and say I also find an age. And a lot of the time, the subconscious mind will send forward exactly the event that brought up this emotion. And the people that are able to recognize the events, it's so fascinating for them to see, it's kind of like, I knew it, they really have this understanding and acceptance. And then on the other hand, there's people that says, I have no idea, no, it's all blocked, it's all, I can't reach out to any of that. So I'm curious, what does a session with you look like? What does it look like that you're helping people that you're guiding people to get into this openness?
Yeah, so we go deep as well. It's all about belief system. So it doesn't matter really if it's from your childhood, from past life, or your epigenetics, from your parents. It's we clear the belief system. I can, I don't spend too much time going back to the original events because we want to clear as much as possible, when during our sessions. So it's all, going, asking our higher self of the person and see what's blocking them with the symptom they have, and what needs to be released, and we just release this energy. And visually, it's like your body of energy, like in Qigong, and you can see those constriction. It's those energy system. We have different energy system and energy body, and it's just like almost like you go and you take out all those stagnation in your body and bring new energy in, and the flow of energy is working, so your blood flow is going to work, and you can rejuvenate any part of your body. So we go into the emotion. What emotion is it? What fear do you have? What belief you have about your life? What area of your life it's part of? Because we think it's just physical, but no, it's all about maybe your job. Maybe it's about money. Maybe it's your relationship issue with yourself, with someone else, and it's all of those thoughts and beliefs that you have about life. Like we say in traditional Chinese medicine, there is no disease, heart disease, mystery disease, or whatever. It's just stagnation of energy. So stagnation is just your thought, your belief, your emotion. So when you make the energy flow again, everything flow back to normal in your physical, mental, and emotional body. And it's how you can create the life you want. Just bringing back this flow of energy in your system and letting go the all belief and emotions. And,
I love this reminder that there is no mysterious illness. It's just a stagnance of energy. This is so important, and it's I mean, if anyone is listening, I say, this is the one to highlight. It's so important to remember that. Um, give me some example of I don't know, illnesses or conditions that you help people reverse or let go of or heal from.
yeah, so I help people with any challenge in life. So it can be a physical symptom like sciatica or any kind of disease, and we go and we release the emotions. Most of the time it's a lot of emotion or accumulation of for many years of I'm not good enough. And part of your body is going to tell you, is it like moving forward in life or letting go something from the past. And it can be, anyone who have an issue to get a new job as well. It's the same. Your body is going to be the showing you symptoms or anything, but you think that you cannot get this new job or a new opportunity to bring in. So it's all about vibration in your body. and where you feel stuck in life, and can be in your relationship, okay, I'm good at work, having money, but relationship, I don't have the time, and blah, blah, blah. And it's all the story we tell ourselves, all these kind of excuses, to not having what we want, but it's the same. Beyond that, it's layers of emotion, of unprocessed emotions and limiting thought about ourselves. So when we go in the body, we ask the body is an unintelligent system with the mind and the subconscious and our higher self, and we say, okay, we don't want that anymore. It's not in sync with our dream reality. So what do we need to clear today, to let go? And it's how we can clear, and the person feel lighter, and they feel like, practicing like, oh yeah, I used to think that about myself, or not taking those actions that I was supposed to take. And one day you feel like motivated and you have courage and you do it, and you can have, you can have it all. With disease, of course, it depends, if it's a chronic disease or not. It's going to take more time because there's different layers, maybe it has been decades, and it's all about your core belief about yourself. And most of the time, a lot of, when people start to giving up on their dreams, it's a big sign that, you are going to restrict the flow of energy going through your organs, your body. So it's all about, why don't I think I can't have it all in this life? Why I think life is hard, because life, it's all about navigating with ease, having whatever we want, have these big things, but we can have it all. But since we are small, little, we get the message from the news, society, people around us, that no, that's not how it works. It's going to be hard to get to this level and that, and you need to work and do this and that, and we are limiting ourselves to play this very small, small role, and we can have it all. We can open. So it's always expanding ourselves physically, mentally, emotionally, to raise our vibration to the dream, dream vision where we want to be.
And when you say just a little curious question, when you say when you release release emotions, what kind of, how does that look like? What does that look like in practical terms? I mean, I know for me, it's always about this, moving the hand above the governing meridian and setting the intentions of releasing the intention. But how does that work for you?
Yeah, like you said, setting the intention, it's the best, because it's, you tell universe, you tell your higher self, this is where I want to go, help me, and let's delete, whatever it's on the way for this, or the resistance, it's obvious resistance. So it can be, just for me, it's visualizations. I can see, the person, the stream of energy, where it's blocked or not. And it just, kind of invoking, commanding, asking your higher self to do the job. It's not me doing it, it's happening for you, because we open this door, of infinite possibility, and it's life force energy. So if we want a visual, just seeing this life force energy, tracing the energy moving in your body until we release all this stream of energy who are stagnant and blocking, the flow of energy. It depends on the clients. After I ask, for guidance, what's exercise or what the person can do, and because people like to meditate, some like to walk outside. So it's the same. I say, even if you go for a walk outside, just set your intention. When you came back, you have more clarity, more confidence. You are going to clear whatever you want to clear, and you will be a different person. And just setting your intentions, and feeling grounding, because you walk and you get all this energy from nature, you can shift your energy and come back home and say, oh yeah, I feel better, and I'm going to do this and that, and you bring back your energy back to yourself. So that's good. Yeah, and always, very important, it's always to put yourself your main priority in life, because most of the people, we have depleted energy. We do so much for other people that we think we have to do, but it's the same, it's a programming. And it's like I say, always put your mask of oxygen first on you, to make sure all your life force energy flowing everywhere, and you have this extra of energy to help someone else. But if you share your mask of oxygen with many people, it's when you drain yourself, you feel frustrated because you don't make progress, or you have disease or symptoms. It's always, going back to yourself first and do the job, commit to do the job on yourself. And just doing the job on yourself, your energy is going to change, and people around you are going to see it and change it and, get it too, and their energy is going to change. Sometimes we think we have to do at a human level, to do things for people, but sometimes just sending energy, and changing your energy, it's going to change and have this ripple effect, on people around you as well.
I think it's, again, so important to just sharpen again some of the things that you're saying, because we are so used to our patterns. We are so used to our stories, to the past, to the, like you said, the conditionings, the fears, the limitations. It's just an automatic. We really don't get up in the morning and say, how do I want to feel today? We just, if you use the metaphor that you used earlier, we kind of get up and put our bodysuit back on, and with all of the everything that was there before.
Yes.
And when we come to say, actually, this is not what I want for myself. I want bigger and better things for myself. I want the healing and the alignment and the connection. It's that conversation that we have to keep on having, that we, that our default will be to go back to the patterns. But here we are really paving a new path for ourselves. And so we will have occasions where we go back to our old thinking, but then slowly we want to be able to snap out of it fairly quickly, as long as we allow ourselves to be in that flow of new energy and corrective energy and everything that we want. Because as you were talking, I was thinking about some of my clients, and kind of I found that I know their pushbacks. I know what they would say if they would listen to it. But then I hear you and I get it. I totally get it. It really is about being very mindful of what is the energy that you put forward, because if you use the energy of your past, you're going to get, remain, still be in the feeling stuck and all of your illness and everything. But if you allow yourself to say, this is not in my higher good, I have, I know how to fix it. I know what to do to move forward in the direction that I want. It's a whole different conversation. The resistance is not there anymore.
Yes, yeah, like you say, it's beautiful. It's always a conscious choice to make, and it's every time, when you feel like you don't have the energy, something is off, and you're going back to the past and the old story. It's to say, to yourself, I choose now to live my dream reality, or I choose now, to expand myself and live that and let go of the past. And just repeating yourself, it's like you raise your vibration, to the dream reality you want, and you say, yeah, I'm conscious, it's my life, it's who I am, and this is what I want. So I choose not to go to the past, but to see this vision of me. And it's always, for me, it's, doing this affirmation, I choose to live my dream reality, because you cannot take any action or decision if you are in this low vibration of the past and all this story and everything. So by choosing to match the frequency of your dream, you change, you raise your vibration, and then you expand yourself, and you have this choice every minute of your life. So it's you choosing for yourself. It's not, oh, I'm a victim of life and I cannot do that. Be conscious that it's your life, it's you have this decision. So you take it, and from there you expand to your vision, and you say, okay, if I am this new person, that I want to become, what would I do today? Would I stay in this low vibration? No, I would go out and walk. I will call this person. I will eat this food to feel better and to, continue to feel good about myself. So every minute it's really to check in with you and make this conscious choice to be back to who you want to become, and, following those dreams, these visions. It's a different vibration to, always the past. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be this old story and be a victim, of your circumstances. But you have a choice, and yeah, it's always going back to this practice. I choose what you choose to be today.
Exactly. Another highlight, what you choose. You have a choice. It's so important. So important. Um, I want to ask a little bit about burnout. I know that you are helping people with burnout as well. What can you tell us about that?
So yeah, we burnout. It's a big term. We use it a lot now. It's it's when you try really too hard in life, to make things happen at the human level, doing until you feel like you are not happy. And it's really, for me, your soul, talking to you, like, I send you all this message, what you are supposed to do to have a happy life, but you are not listening and listening to this logical mind and all this programming of, what the society say you should be doing, or maybe your family, friends, or whatever. So it's your body is between, and emotionally it's too much emotion, informations, and things to process. And at one point, your body says it's too much. You need to do some clearing there, like being spring cleaning in yourself, because you accumulated so much information. It doesn't match your energy, who you want to be, and you are not listening to your soul signal, with this cue in your body that say, no, redirecting to who you want to be, why you came to this life, to your soul blueprint. We are all unique. We have one mission in this life, and how do we know that? It's going back to your dream when you were young, when I will be, tall, big, and this, I will do that, I will change this in this society, or whatever. It can be small actions or anything, but just listening to your to those inside, and stay on this track. This is who I am. I'm different from anybody else. Nobody can tell me what to do, because I'm so unique. I'm the only one to have all the answer I want in this life. So it's always going back to yourself, following this inner guidance, remembering who you are, and taking steps, always taking action, align action, but towards your goal, not towards someone else say you should be doing, or, it's so much information coming in that at the end, okay, people, for your good, they want to help you, give you insight or everything, but you put your lens and you say, okay, what is good, what do I take, is it good for me, or, and it's how you go back to balance, to who you are, truly remembering who you are, why you came to this life, and be on the fast track to realize, your dream, your goals. Yeah, you always have to have these directions in your GPS. Yeah.
I love it. I love it because it really is about going back to your alignment. If if you care to find it, it's there.
Yes.
Um, and tell me, Fabienne, how many sessions do you usually work with people for?
It really depends what they want to achieve. Sometimes people come to me. I don't do one-on-one, just one session, because I see that I cannot help people. Maybe we did fix a little things, but I could see the big picture. It's always, I see the potential of where they can be. I see their fears and, all the resistance. So we can manifest whatever they want. So, I have different package. It can be 8 weeks to 6 months on one-on-one, or I offer also group program as well. So we can clear, using the collective and the group. And soon I will have some self-paced program online where people can do on their own and listen to video and practice by themselves. And I also offer Qigong, where I use sound as well, sound instrument or voice to clear the energy. So it's a self-practice.
Sounds amazing. So it's nearly time for us to say goodbye. What message would you like to, our listeners or viewers to take away from this conversation today?
Yeah, so the big message, it's really, you are unique, remember who you are, and use the joy meter. How do you know if you are in sync with yourself or not? Just do whatever brings you joy in life. And sometimes you say, yeah, but I have all these tasks to do and everything. So try to remember that you need to prioritize yourself first. So if you do it in, something you like it, bring you passions and joy, you are going to be in a different vibration and energy. You are going to help more people. So always do something, is this going to bring me joy? What can I do for this action to bring me more joy? Maybe there's another way to do it, or maybe I do it at the end of the day and do all the my personal goal first, focusing on this. And it's all about remembering who you are and stay in the present moment, just catch yourself. And I choose to be in the present moment. I choose to be this new version of myself. Always remembering that.
What would you say? Sorry, I just have to ask one more question. What would you say to someone that is there, sitting there, trying to connect with their higher self and with their inner knowing, and just keep coming blank, not connecting, not managing to hear the messages, not managing to get to that place that is possible? What are some smaller steps that people can take to get there?
Yeah, so it's always, having hope that there is something bigger than you in this life, that seeing that you didn't come to this life to have all this resistance and blockages, and there's something bigger than you. And always remember the happiest moment in your life. And when you remember that, you can feel it in your body, you can feel this energy rising and everything. So just doing those little exercise, you are going to raise your vibration and say, yeah, I was able to do that in my life, who brought me so much joy and passions in my life. If I did it, I can do it again. And going back to this person, what did you do, how did you feel, and just in this energy say, what can I do again today, because I did it. Your cells know how to do it, your body knows how to be this person again. And it's really how you can do anything. And remembering that my Qigong master, most of them say they are going to live until 110. Longevity, it's all about this, having this vision of yourself, and you will be guided because you say, oh, this is where I want to go. I want to live 100 years old and be in good shape, healthy, and be able to serve the world. You can manifest this, in your cell. Your cells are going to change, but you have to believe that. So always be in this vision of where you want to go in life, what's bring you joy. And remembering that your body, people think that they have his own intelligence, way of, his own programming. But no, your body is just a messenger between your soul and your mind, subconscious, conscious mind. So it's just a messenger. And say to your body, he knows how to heal himself. So give him his chance, the chance for your body to heal itself, and listening to it, focusing on it, and say, how am I doing? Do I have a lot of energy? What kind of food, exercise can I do today to feel better? And having this dialogue, conversation with your body, it's the best way to manifest whatever you want in life, because it's the messenger. It's it's the way to show you what my soul is telling me, what my conscience, what I want to create in life, but my subconscious is telling me something else. But it's not me, it's the past, it's the programming. So you always have a choice. So always listen to your inner guidance in the present moment.
I think there's so many wonderful nuggets that you shared with us today. So really, thank you so much, Fabienne, for being here, for bringing it all forward. Really remembering that we have a choice, remembering that we're not here to struggle or suffer in this way, remembering that actually we do have, all of us have an inner knowing that if we, care to remove the resistance and listen to it, the answers are there. And I really like everything that you shared, and thank you. So important, and totally resonates with me. And I really hope that anyone listening and viewing really takes a moment to reflect on what is it, how are they doing life, and where they're operating from resistance and from patterns, and maybe this is a chance to listening or start thinking about things in a different way. So of course, Fabienne, all of your information is going to be in the show notes, and people are very welcome and encouraged to get in touch with you and find more about you and how you help people to heal and to get into that higher frequency. Thank you so much, Fabienne.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you for the beautiful work you do, and for your audience to be always present. Thank you so much.
Thank you.